I took my agency from zero to $500,000 per month using the exact same lead generation strategies that I'm going to be teaching you today. And here's what our tracking dashboard looks like now with more than 400 qualified book calls for our sales team every single month. If you want your dashboard to look like that, pay attention. Now we're going to be discussing 9 of my most important lead generation strategies for your business. And if you wait with me until the end, I'm going to share with you the exact tools and softwares that we use for each one of these strategies. For the newbies, I'm Jay Feldman, CMO at Otter Public Relations. We do about $500,000 per month in revenue. If you want to work with me, links are in the description. Now let's get right into it. The first, and in my opinion, the most important lead generation strategy that you need to master first is cold outbound prospecting. If you are a B2B company, and I don't care what that is, maybe you sell to restaurants, maybe you sell to other agencies, maybe you sell to consultants, you are B2B, you need to be doing cold outbound. What is cold outbound? It's sending a message to someone who doesn't know who you are for the first time. And there's a lot of different ways to do this. And I teach this on my channel. They call me Lead Gen J for a reason. One of the most important cold outbound strategies that you need to learn is cold email. And there's a few different tools that I'll be recommending towards the end, but that's sending emails to people that don't know you for the first time. Here's who I am. Here's what I do. I'd love to help. It is the cheapest and most effective way to get your business out there, get in front of more eyeballs, and close more deals. In addition to cold email, you can cold text, which is a little bit more complicated. You can cold call, which works in some industries, not so much in others. And you can cold DM on platforms like Instagram or LinkedIn. Now, one of the other strategies that I want to lump into cold outbound is LinkedIn automation. That's actually sending automated messages from your LinkedIn account to other LinkedIn accounts, similar to a cold email, but LinkedIn can be much more powerful. So where do I rank this? This is number 1. Cold email, everybody needs to be doing, no questions asked. Learn how to do it or contact an expert who knows how to. Cold SMS works for some, not for others. I recommend testing it in your industry. We actually tried it and it didn't work really well for us. We got a lot of very angry responses that just wasn't worth us fielding. But I've worked with a lot of people who have had success with it. So it's worth experimenting, worth testing. Cold calling can be really expensive to do in the US. So I recommend if you're going to do it, hire somebody overseas that can speak decent English to do cold calling. You can use platforms like RocketReach to get lots of really great mobile phone numbers. Definitely recommend calling mobile phone numbers, not company lines, because you'll almost never get a decision maker. So make sure you have good data and make sure that you have someone who can do at least 200 to 300 calls per day with the expectation of closing about 1 or 2 of those deals. Now it's important to tailor your offer for the cold outbound strategy that you're using. If you're saying, hey, I run a digital marketing agency, here I am, you should hire me to do your digital marketing. That's not a very good cold outbound offer and it won't work. So you need to make sure that you are actually offering something that the person you're contacting wants. So for example, if you're an SEO company and you're cold emailing me, I'd like to do your SEO services is not a good message to me. I'd like to do a free SEO audit, or I already did an SEO audit, and here it is, and here's the things that I would change right now. Here's some suggestions. That's a cold email I would open. That's someone that I would hire. So get really crafty with your offer and dig into my other videos for more information on cold offers. And just for some context, so you don't think cold outbound is easy, because it's not, we've sent almost 100,000 emails in the last month to generate a 2.2 reply rate overall and generate 135 opportunities, qualified calls. So this isn't easy. It's a high volume game, but it is the most affordable and it does work very, very well. And it is very predictable as well. The second strategy that we utilize is the complete opposite of cold outbound. So when someone is searching for whatever it is that you offer, or they're searching for best agencies in your space, they're usually going to go to Google and they're going to type in best X, Y, and Z agency in location, or best X, Y, and Z agency for purpose. And then they're either going to get a Google search sponsored ad, which they're going to click and maybe book a call with that person, or they're going to go into the organic rankings and see what other people are saying, what other people are ranking these different agencies to see where you fall. And you can leverage this to generate really hot leads who have already coming in validated because they know that you're the best, because one of these ranking sites says that you're the best. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So I did what our customer would likely do, and I went into Google and I typed in top PR firms in the USA. Now, in addition to being one of the sponsored ads here, that's my company. And then I'm going to come down into the organic rankings. And we see a couple different things here, but let's come into G2. Let's come into Clutch. These are 2 of the main ones on the first page. You can leverage lists like this, which you can get in by having high reviews. And this is my agency right here, the top 1 when you Google top PR firms in the US. This is insanely powerful, and we generate a lot of leads through this because they're coming in already knowing that we are the best and they really want to work specifically with us. Same thing with Clutch. We're not the top one here, but we're 3 down. So we generate a lot of leads through this type of thing. We're the 4th one on this list. People will at least contact the top 5. And getting high up on these lists doesn't happen overnight, but it is an effort that you should start focusing on very soon in your marketing efforts because it pays off in exponential dividends, and you can leverage that in your marketing to convert more leads and build trust with your audience. All right, moving along. Number 3, organic SEO for your website. So it's not enough to be ranked on other people's list goals on other people's sites. You really should start focusing from day one on the SEO on your own site. And there's a couple different factors at play here. There's which website developer do you use? Do you hire an SEO agencies? What keywords do you rank for? And it can get very complicated. So definitely find an expert, find a vendor that you trust, and then start thinking about how you can build authority on your site over time to rank on the first page. And this is a long game. I would say it's at least 1 year from the time that you start working on SEO, from the time that you really start to drive meaningful traffic from organic search. But don't get this wrong, there is nothing better, other than maybe organic social, than organic SEO for your long-term vitality of your business. These are leads that are going to be coming in essentially for free because they search for something they're interested in, they scrolled past all the sponsored ads, and there you are waiting for them. So let me show you what I mean. So I did what one of our customers would likely do, and that's how I think about this. Get in the head of my customer. How are they usually interacting online to find the service or the agency that they're looking for? So they're going to type in hire a publicist on Google. They're going to scroll past the sponsored ads. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we are, number 8 on the first page of Google for how to hire a publicist and why it is vital. That is something that's going to be directing people to our website so then we can then retarget them with ads. We made this one as informational as possible. And look, this was published in 2020. So just going to show that it does take time to build an SEO presence. Another use case, I typed in top PR firms in Tampa. And then I scrolled past the ads. These are all ads up top. And then I've got top PR firms, 19 best PR firms. These are listicle, and then we've got Bolt and Us on the first page. So we're like number 6 here. Public Relations Tampa, best Tampa PR agency. And we've got a 5-star rating on our Google. If you're interested to see how I did that, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and I'll show you how we're the only ones on this page with 5 stars here. So just showing SEO is a really powerful tool that you can use to generate free leads forever and high authority hot leads. So definitely start working on this. You should be on WordPress to optimize for SEO. Other sites are starting to compete now, but really WordPress is the gold standard. It takes a little bit more time and development skills to build on WordPress, but will be worth it in the long run if you're serious about your business. Number 4, and I did this one right after organic SEO because organic social is very similar, and it is one of the most valuable things that you can invest in, but it's a long-term play. It's not a short-term play. Making a YouTube channel, for example, as organic social. This can take a year from start to starting to generate your first leads. You can be talking to an empty audience, providing value for free with nothing in return. It can be daunting, it can be humiliating at times, but if you stick to giving value on organic social and getting better as a content creator, it will pay off more than just about any other strategy combined, for the one reason that people in your audience are consuming content from you, they're consuming value from you. This will make them trust you, this will make them want to hire you and do business with you. But you have to give value for an extended period of time. Choose a platform, learn that platform, learn what makes that platform tick, learn what the audience wants to see, learn what other creators in your space are doing to generate views, to generate comments, and then use that knowledge to create your own brand, to do it for yourself. And if you do it enough times over a long period of time, it will work for you. So for example, for my lead generation agency, Otter Leads, our main and only source of leads right now is this YouTube channel. Almost everybody that comes in wanting to work with us is coming in because they found me on YouTube. This took almost a year to happen. I don't think we saw a single lead for 6 months. I was talking to an empty audience, giving value, learning how to become a better creator, and now it is paid off. And my guess is that over time, this is going to grow exponentially. And the best part is, you actually get paid for generating leads. It is the only platform on earth where you can generate leads and get paid for it. For example, affiliate commissions from softwares that I recommend. I probably do $10,000 per month just by referring people to softwares that I already use. and that audience is signing up with my service, they're buying my courses, I highly recommend starting a YouTube channel or starting an Instagram page or starting a TikTok, learning that one platform, and then give value for at least a year. Now, some quick tidbits of advice. When choosing a platform to start, figure out a medium that you actually enjoy creating content in. If you can sit here and talk to a camera face to face for 20 minutes, 30 minutes at a time, long form YouTube is the best. I highly recommend doing that. It's also going to be the most valuable for you long term. If you like creating visual graphics, if you like creating short form content, if you like finding the best content from the internet and posting it to a specific place, Instagram is probably the place for you. It gives you a lot of diversity, but it's really hard to grow nowadays on Instagram. TikTok, kind of the same thing. Really hard to grow. You're standing out from creators where people just want to be entertained nonstop. So if you're really entertaining, TikTok might be the place for you. It is really easy to go viral on TikTok. A lot of e-commerce brands do very well on TikTok. A lot of experts do very well on TikTok, but it is a younger audience as well. If I was starting over, what would I do? YouTube. I'd start way earlier and I would post 2 to 3 videos a day. I would find a YouTube coach and just go all in on YouTube. All right, now getting to some of the fun stuff. Paid advertising. I'm gonna break it down into 3 separate sections. Strategy 1, 2, and 3. Paid social media ads, paid search ads, and then omnipresent retargeting ads. All these are entirely different strategies and all of them are really important for the long-term vitality of your business and being able to scale predictably. And by scaling predictably, I mean you need to be able to spend $100 and get $200 back. You need to be able to spend $100 and book 3 calls. That way, you can hire more salespeople and keep their calendars full on autopilot. So starting with paid social media ads, the platforms where we run cold ads, top of funnel ads, meaning we're targeting somebody for the first time. They don't know who we are, and we're presenting them with a solution to a problem that they might not have. So just like cold email, like cold outbound, you want to have an offer that's going to get them to stop scrolling and say, ooh, I could really benefit from that, and click it. It's not enough for a paid social media ad just to say, here's who I am, here's what I do. Would you like to work with us? That will not work anymore. So when you're creating your social media ads, specifically, I would start on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, because these 3 are performing the best right now. This isn't YouTube and Google. Those are going to be next. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You're going to want to learn what advertising creative works really well on these platforms. And here's exactly how I do that. So I recommend copying this strategy. You'll come to the Facebook ad library, and this is where you can see a database of ads that are currently running, and you should know who your competition is. So this is useful for a couple of things. One, you can see, and I'm going to go ahead and click on Rudy Maurer here. He's a friend. He's a very successful advertiser. He runs a digital marketing agency. You can see what creative is working really well for him. So if these ads are actively running, which they are, because I'm seeing them in the ad library, it means that they're doing well. If they weren't doing well, he would not run these for very long. So what style's working for him? It looks like these graphics are working really well. It looks like this copy is working really well. So spend some time in the Facebook ads library, see what creative, see what copy is working, look at all your competitors, and then try and make creative and copy and offers that are similar to what's already working, and your chances of success are going to go way up. Now, learning paid ads and actually getting good at them is a process, and it's going to evolve over time. You're probably going to waste a lot of money burning it in the trash can on ads that aren't converting, that aren't working. You're going to want to have all your tracking set up correctly. So when you're ready to start paid ads, you should already be generating revenue from other sources. You should already have a reliable source of lead generation like organic social or like cold outbound that's bringing you revenue so that you can start testing and trialing with paid ads, usually with the help of an expert. But let me tell you, once you master paid ads, there is nothing better. Now half of our leads are generated from paid ads, and they are awesome. All right, strategy number 6. This is one of the hardest ones to master, but if you do get this right, you're going to have an ongoing source of hot leads, which is really the ultimate thing that you want. People that are already coming to your business, wanting to work with you. And unlike organic social, which can take a year or more to actually establish trust and generate those hot leads coming in, paid search ads are one of the best ways to generate traffic that actually wants to work with you, actually needs what you're offering because they're searching for it, and you're capitalizing on that. Now let me show you exactly what I mean. Now in this example earlier, I did what many people will do when they're looking for a PR firm. They're going to come into Google and type in top PR firms or best PR firms in the area. And most people will not scroll all the way down. They're going to look at the top agencies that are here, and they're going to get in touch with all of them. So here we are sitting at number 3. And if you click on this ad, you will go to a landing page where you can opt in, get more information, and work with us. This is a paid search ad. This person typing in the Google search bar already has intent. They already want a PR agency. This is juxtaposed to Facebook ads or cold, where you're letting somebody know, here I am, here's what I do you want a PR agency? Chances are they don't. In this case, There's pain here. The person searching wants a PR agency. So you want to appear here in ads, and you can also do the same thing in YouTube ads, and you can control all of this from the Google Ads Manager. And now for our 7th lead generation strategy, and this is omnipresent retargeting. So when somebody lands on your website or your landing page or your social media accounts, a tracking code is added to that person's computer. And now you can follow them around no matter where they go online, whether it's other social media platforms, whether it's they're browsing the web. Now you can serve them ads all over the digital sphere. You can serve them ads on LinkedIn if they visited your website from Facebook. You can serve them ads on TikTok if they clicked on one of your YouTube ads. This is omnipresent retargeting, and I highly recommend that you do this on as many platforms as you can possibly get your hands on. The ones that we use for retargeting ads are LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Google Display, YouTube, and Search. No matter where you are online, you will see our ads if you've been to our website. And this is a really powerful tactic, because if they already know who you are, maybe they've interacted with you 2, 3 times, it could take them 5 times seeing your company before they actually buy from you, before they actually book a call. Now, many of these platforms, LinkedIn, for example, it is not cost effective to run cold ads on LinkedIn, meaning showing ads to people who don't know who we are already. However, when we retarget somebody on LinkedIn, we're able to generate sales and calls at a much more efficient price. Another example, we don't run cold TikTok ads because the leads that we get from TikTok just are not qualified. They don't have a very good targeting system. However, when we run retargeting ads on TikTok, meaning we're showing someone an ad on TikTok who's been to our website from somewhere else, we're able to convert that person who we already know is a good lead because we targeted them elsewhere for a very low price. Now, in order to set this up, it can be a little bit complicated. You need to go into the ad accounts for all of these different marketing platforms and create different tracking pixels. Let me show you what I mean. Now, this is the LinkedIn Ads Manager. Many of you have never seen this before. They call theirs an insight tag. So if you come into the Ads Manager, you sign up for an ad account under your LinkedIn account, and now you can come into Insight Tag, create an Insight Tag, and this is the code that needs to go in all of the landing pages and in your website. Now, they're able to pixel everybody who comes to your platform, and then you can retarget them using LinkedIn advertising. There are similar pixels for Twitter, for Facebook, for Google. All of these have a code that need to get installed so that you can track people who are coming to your website and your landing pages and serve them retargeting ads. Now, they say that people need to interact with your company 7 times before they take action. I believe this to be true. And you want to hit them on multiple different platforms because it seems like they're getting a sign that they need your company. If they see you on a Google ad, then they see you on a YouTube ad, and then they see you on a Facebook ad, it's like, oh, maybe I should actually hire these people. Maybe I should book a call. Now, unlike paid social media ads and paid search ads, I recommend setting this up immediately. You should not wait to start retargeting your audience. You never know who may have seen a video, liked you, bounced off, and never saw you again. There's no way for that person to find you unless you're serving them retargeting ads. Set this up from day one. Spend $5 per platform retargeting people just to have these out there and running, and I promise you it's going to make you money from day one. Unlike learning how to figure out Facebook and Instagram ads, this will work immediately. All right, now we're moving on to number 8, and that is referral marketing. Turning your customers into salespeople. And if you're unable to do this over the course of several years, you have a major problem. Your customers need to be your biggest salespeople. That means that you're doing a good job. They're going to tell their friends about it. Their friends are going to say, oh, my friend is working with them. He trusts them. They're doing an awesome job for them. I should hire them. And you should incentivize your customers for doing so. There's a couple really cool ways to do that and a couple different softwares that you're going to want to implement. How we do it is every time that we have a big win for a client, they've been featured on a top tier, they're on a big TV talk show, we reach out to them and say, this is awesome, congratulations. I'd love for you to tell your friends about this. Here's a referral link. Anyone who signs up from that link, you will get 10% recurring commission on everything that they pay us for their lifetime. Now, our average package is about $6,000 per month on that PR plan. That's $600 per month in the client's pocket per referral that they make. And why wouldn't they tell their friends about it? We're doing an awesome job. And they're doing their friend a favor by telling them about Otter PR and that they should hire us. So you need to implement a referral system as soon as you possibly can. If you're trying to track referral commissions and you're using WordPress and WooCommerce, we use a different tool that I'll tell you about in just a second. But make sure that you have a way for your referral partners to track their referrals. Make sure that you pay them fairly, and then make sure that you ask for that referral at some point throughout their journey. You have to ask, or they're not going to refer automatically. You need a system in place, whether that be an automated email or active communication with your team, that they need to tell their customers to refer, or ask for emails of their business associates that you can send their referral link out to without them doing any work and they're going to get paid on the back end for it. Now, the ninth and last thing that I really want to speak to you about is how to handle leads. So everything that I've talked to you up until this point has been about generating leads, getting people opted into your business, getting them scheduled on your calendar so that you can sell them things. One of the most important components to turning a lead into a sale is everything that happens from the process of them saying that they were interested. Maybe they filled out an opt-in form. Maybe they sent you an email. Maybe they responded to one of your cold emails or your cold texts. At that point, they've signaled that they're interested. Now it's time for your inbound sales process to take over. And if that inbound sales process isn't dialed in, people will bounce off, they'll run away, they'll go to your competitor. So inbound, as soon as someone signals that they're interested, they need to get a call within 5 minutes. This can be complicated to implement, especially if it's not you doing it. We use Go High Level to anytime a lead comes in, our team knows, okay, boom, you've got 5 minutes on the clock to go call that person, get them booked on a calendar, figure out what questions they have, get them answered. You need to be quick on your leads, and you need to be professional, and you need to be established. You should not have somebody from a different country calling them with an accent. You shouldn't have someone from a different country emailing them with broken English. You need to be professional, concise, because that's the service that they're going to be getting once they sign up. We use Go High Level to track all of that. Someone comes in, you can call directly from Go High Level. You can communicate with them via email or text, all from the same platform, and then you can track the time in between. So I highly recommend implementing this for your team and handling every single lead that you get through strategies 1 through 8 the same way, with care, fast, professional, and make sure you've got it tracked and dialed down into a system. Make sure you've got follow-up sequences built out so that you're not relying on a human to call them every several days until they book. Make sure you've got a series of emails, texts, voicemails that person will receive over the course of 30 days after they signal that they're interested in order to get them on a phone call and close that deal. And with that being said, make sure that you have a pipeline in your CRM, something to signal interested, booked a call, hasn't booked a call, cold lead. That way you can actually track the status of these deals, see where people stand, see how long they've been in your system, and we use Go High Level for this as well. They've got a really great pipeline, it's easy to use, and you can automate a lot of really cool stuff. All right, last but not least, I'd love to talk to you about how to actually know what's working. But before I get into that, if you've gotten value so far, hit a thumbs up on that video. It helps me a lot, and it'll make sure that you see more content like this on your feed. Make sure you're subscribed. Now, I'd be doing you a massive disservice if I taught you how to generate all of these leads and I didn't teach you how to track them and scale them. It's really hard to invest more time and money into any of these strategies if you don't know if they're working or not. That's why you need tracking in place. So I'm gonna give you the cheap way to put in tracking. I'm gonna give you the expensive way to put in tracking. Obviously, the cheap way takes a little bit more work to implement, but you're able to do it from day one. And it's really important that you do track everything as much as possible so that you can make educated decisions based on numbers and not based on your gut. The second thing that I'm going to tell you about is a software that does cost a lot of money, but if you're running a lot of volume and paid ads, I think you're going to need it. So you may have wondered, Jay, how did you even know where these leads were coming from on that Plecto board that you showed us with all of these different segmented leads? That sounds like a hard thing to do. It is. You need to use UTM codes on all of your tracking links. So if you look at our sheet, which is where all of our new booked calls go, they all have a campaign, a source, a medium, a content, and a term. These all come from a UTM code that we put on the end of all of our Calendly links, all of our embedded calendars, so we know when somebody books a call, where it actually comes from. These are important because you can actually see what's working. I highly recommend that you learn how to build UTM parameters because you can put them on just about everything. But it's most important for your calendar links. When somebody books a call, when somebody clicks on an ad, they should have UTM parameters on it so that when you track it, you can use those UTM parameters to split them into different buckets so that you can see where all of your leads are actually coming from. Now, this is the cheap way to track things because it really doesn't cost anything, a couple $100 a month for Plecto, and that's about it. And then a lot of effort building the UTM parameters, implementing them across all of your different marketing materials. And if you're implementing all of the strategies that I just taught you, it's going to be a lot of marketing materials, a lot of different UTMs, a lot of different links, but believe me, it's worth it in the end. Now, this is something that we recently started using, but every single advertiser that I ever talked to said that if we're not using Hyros, we're doing ourselves a big disservice and wasting a lot of money. And I found that to be true, especially with paid advertising. So it's really hard for an agency or a consultant to run an ad, say to Facebook, and then 3 months later they close that deal after that person has clicked on other ads, they've had multiple touch points. It's hard to figure out where to attribute that sale to. Hyros does a good job tracking all of our advertising spend, and they track it all the way to the conversion so that we don't have to. This does most of the tracking automatically and is very easy to set up for paid ads. It is not as easy to set up for organic or from other sources, but for paid ads, it's really a godsend. So if you're running, let's say more than $150,000 per month in paid ads, make sure that you are using Hyros. As a thank you for sticking with me for the entire video, let's deliver on my promise and tell you all of the tools that we use for each of these strategies. I'll go really quick with this one. For cold email, we use Instantly.ai for sending. We use Apollo.io for data. We use Linked Helper for LinkedIn automation. And we use Go High Level for SMS marketing and for handling all of our inbound leads. The three main sites that we focus on for driving traffic from lists are G2, Upcity, and Clutch. And if you drive reviews to these sites, you will eventually start to rank and drive traffic as well. For organic SEO, you need to build your website on WordPress, and you need to use Yoast Premium so that you can optimize the pages on your website and your blogs for the best chance of ranking on that first page of Google. We use Neuron Writer to actually assess the copy on our pages and our blogs to make sure that it's better than the competition and that the keyword density and formatting is appropriate for Google to actually rank that article. Lastly, we use ChatGPT a lot for keyword research and for writing and optimizing a lot of the copy that we post on our website. For all of the social media platforms that I mentioned and talked about, and this is whether I'm talking about organic or whether I'm talking about paid ads on those social media platforms, I've always found it best to use their native advertising platform or their native platform to actually publish content. They do a really good job building out those platforms so that you can see the analytics, so that you can publish content and take advantage of all of the new features that are coming out. For example, on Instagram, if you try and publish content with some kind of scheduling tool or optimization tool, you're not going to be able to invite collaborators. You're not going to be able to set locations. Something's going to be missing. And if it's not missing now, it will be missing in the future. Use the native platforms and things will just work better. So if you're looking for a tool to help you optimize your search ads, adsbot.co is the website and it will help you a lot. Now for our affiliate program, this is where we turn our customers into referral partners. We use a tool called Refersion. Really useful for integrating with WooCommerce, which is what we use to process payments. And it's really useful for tracking recurring commissions. So we're able to come up with different commission structures, one for our sales team, two for our referral partners, all in the same software. It works really well. It's really affordable. Highly recommend checking them out. Last but not least, for just about all of our automations, we use Zapier. But other than that, we use Go High Level for almost everything, whether that be our CRM, sending out blast emails, creating new funnels, integrating with our ads platforms. It's really an awesome all-in-one tool. Highly recommend checking that out and mastering it because it's insanely powerful. All right, that's it. If this was helpful, you'll love my other stuff. Give me a thumbs up. If you want to work with me, link in the description. Peace.